Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siyasat English News. I am Ayman Omar.
Telangana reported 5,559 new COVID-19 cases, 8,061 recoveries and 41 deaths in the last 24 hours, said the State Health Department on Friday. With the addition of fresh infections, the total tally of COVID-19 positive cases in the state currently stands at 4,87,199, including 3,62,160 recoveries and 2,666 deaths. The number of active cases in the state currently stands at 71,308. According to the State Health Department, 79.6% of the cases are asymptomatic, while 20.4% are symptomatic patients. The recovery rate of the state is 84.81% and the case fatality rate stands at 0.54%. The night curfew has badly affected the coffers of Telangana state as it has curtailed the business activities across the state. Sources have said that the state government's monthly revenue is 12,500 crore rupees, out of which 6,000 crore rupees are spent on salaries, pensions and other expenses, while 2,000 crore rupees are paid for loans and interest of the state. In the month of April, only 7,000 crore rupees was income generated by the Telangana state. The state government has received 3,000 crore rupees from the Reserve Bank of India through the auction of bonds. The Ministry of Finance is worried about how it will fulfill the requirement of the 2.3 crore rupees budget. Officials have said that the commercial taxes, GST collections, wine shops, petrol, diesel, stamps and registration and other services contribute to the state coffers in a big manner. Several domestic flights from Rajiv Gandhi International Airport in Shamshabad to various cities were cancelled from midnight on Friday. Nearly 30 flights to Hyderabad, Delhi, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai and Bangalore have been cancelled. The decision was taken due to restrictions on passengers in various cities in the wake of the COVID-19 second wave, the airport sources told Telangana today. Besides, COVID cases are being registered in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. In this context, travelers travelling from Telangana to Andhra Pradesh to other states have to stay in quarantine for 14 days. Authorities announced that flights had been carefully cancelled before the COVID-19 intensified even in various states. Amid the second wave of COVID-19, the Telangana Doctors Federation started demanding lockdown in the state to save lives. Expressing support for 2-week lockdown in the state, the federation claimed that it is needed to prevent state's health system from collapsing. According to a report published in the New Indian Express, raising voice in support of lockdown in Telangana, convener of Telangana Doctors Federation and public health specialist Dr. P.S. Vijayender said that currently the state is witnessing a lack of availability of hospital beds, short supply of oxygen, ventilators and home care equipment. Expressing his views over the government's claim that lockdown would bring life to a standstill and would lead to the total collapse of the economy, he said that due to the second wave of COVID-19 cases, entire families are getting affected and falling into a vicious cycle of hospital bills. Arrange a support system for vulnerable sections of the society in the state and then impose a 2-week lockdown, he added. Bollywood actor Sonu Sood on Saturday took to his Instagram to mourn the unfortunate demise of a young girl from Nagpur who he got airlifted to Hyderabad for COVID-19 treatment. According to his post, she had been battling COVID-19 for a month before her death. In April, the 25-year-old Bharti was shifted to Hyderabad's Apollo Hospital with the help of Sonu Sood for further COVID-19 treatment. According to reports, 85 to 90% of her lungs were damaged due to the virus. In his Instagram post, Sonu Sood expressed his sadness over her demise and mentioned that he will always hold a special place for her in his heart, even though he's never met her. 21 people died in as many days at a village in Rajasthan's Sikar district, allegedly after a COVID-19 infected corpse was buried without following protocol. However, officials said that only 4 deaths have occurred due to the virus between April 15 to May 5th. According to officials, a COVID-19 infected body was brought to Kirwa village on 21st of April and about 150 people attended the last rites and the burial was done without following coronavirus protocol. The body was taken out of the plastic bag and several people touched it during the burial, they said. Only 3 to 4 deaths have occurred due to the COVID-19 out of 21 deaths. A majority of deaths are taken from the older age group. We have taken sample of 147 members of families where deaths have occurred to check whether it is COVID-19 community transmission, Lakshmangarh Sub-Divisional Officer Kulraj Meena said. Palestinian worshippers clashed with Israeli police on Friday evening at Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem's Old City as weeks-long tensions between Israel and the Palestinians over Jerusalem soared again. The Palestinian Red Crescent Emergency Service said 53 people were wounded in clashes with police there and elsewhere in Jerusalem, including 23 who were hospitalized. It says most were wounded in the face and eyes by rubber-coated bullets and shrapnel from the stun grenades. The clashes were the latest in a deadly day that saw Israeli forces shoot and kill 2 Palestinians after 3 men opened fire on an Israeli base in the occupied West Bank. They erupted when Israeli police deployed heavily as Muslims were performing evening prayers at Al-Aqsa during the holy month of Ramadan. Video footage from the scene shows worshippers throwing chairs, shoes, and rocks towards the police and officers responding by opening fire. Israeli police also closed gates leading to Al-Aqsa inside the walled Old City. The custodian of the 2 holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz, approved the construction of a grand mosque named after him at the International Islamic University in the Pakistani capital Islamabad, local media reports have said. According to Saudi press agency, the project, which is located in the H10 University city, includes a prayer hall for men that can accommodate 4,000 worshippers. Another for women can accommodate 2,000 worshippers, in addition to outdoor courtyards that can accommodate 6,000 people. The project includes the King Salman bin Abdulaziz Library, King Salman Museum, and King Salman Muhammad Hall, Bin Salman Conference, as well as an area for administrative services and parking. The mosque overlooks an outdoor garden of 8,500 square meters, while a parking space of 7,000 square meters has been allocated. That's it for today, viewers. Thank you.